Hey YouTube, this is Kayak DIY here, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to convert your recreational kayak into a angler kayak. To do that, we're going to actually be installing these here 30-degree angle flush mounts. And these are for rods here, and they cost $7 a piece. So do the math. On this kayak here, I'm going to be putting in two. You got $14. If I were to buy this kayak in the angler edition, it would cost me $100 to $150 more just for that. And that's just dumb, because I actually like the orange, and if I were to buy the angler edition, I'd have to get the green, and I'm picky. So we're gonna install these flush mounts here, and to do that, first you're gonna need to gather your tools. So look at your kayak. If you have a different kayak, that's fine. You still can use the same method. Do keep in mind though, if you have a sit on top kayak, that you might not have the depth for installing them in certain spots. So flush mounts might not work in certain spots on a sit on top. Now when I say sit on top kayak, that means it's not one of these. It's one where it's all plastic through here and you're sitting on top of it, and it's an empty cargo space kind of in the middle. So I'm going to be installing this though on a sit-in kayak. Now this here is a Vapor 10 Old Town kayak, and the one next to it right here is actually a Twin Otter. But we're going to get started on that, and to get started you're going to need to gather your tools. So you're going to need a drill of some sort. This here is an impact. I just like this one because it's small and nice to use. If you buy these from the link that I show you, they should come with rivets. And so if you're going to be using rivets, you're going to need to drill holes for them. And so I am using a 3/16 inch, 3/16 bit to drill the pilot holes for the rivet. You're also going to need some type of marine sealant. I bought this at Walmart, and so this is pretty available. Just Marine Goop. It's an adhesive and a sealant, so it's kind of nice. Kind of helps hold it down. You're going to need a rivet gun. I like Ace Hardware. Ace Hardware, they create really good products. They're very local, small town type department stores, but I think they create really good products, and this is very solid. It's kind of a cast iron. If you're going to use a hole saw to cut out the hole, this specific one here came with directions that said it uses a 2 3/8 hole saw, or a 2 3/8 diameter hole. So keep that in mind. You're gonna have to cut out a 2 3/8 inch hole. If you don't use a hole saw with a pilot, you're gonna need to mark it out and cut it out with a rotary tool. Or you could use a jigsaw as well to cut out the hole for the rod holder. So right here I marked out with permanent marker the area that I'm going to be cutting out. I'm going to make myself a little bit comfortable here so I'm not hopping around. I drilled a pilot hole here kind of for where I can insert the rotary tool and where I can get a start. Okay, so now the hole is cut here. It's a little bit, there's a little bit of this junk here that needs to be fine-tuned, so I'm going to quick grab a razor blade type knife, and that will actually help smooth it out a little bit. But worked pretty good to cut it out with that. Okay, so now we got the hole kind of smoothed out a little bit. Got rid of some of the little plastic fuzzies here kind of that were in the way. And now the next step is to see how this fits. So that looks like it's going to fit pretty well there. And I'm going to have it aimed kind of towards this decal that's right here. And the reason for that is that's where I saw on the Angler edition that they had aimed at, it looked like. So I'm just kind of using this little hole here to kind of aim towards that direction. That's kind of what I'm going off of to make sure I have similar angles on the two flush mounts. So right about there looks good. So the next step here is to drill out the holes that the rivets are going to go through. So I'm going to just once again check and see if I got the correct placement that I want. And I'm kind of just doing a crude measurement. Some of you might be a little bit pickier than others, but this is honestly, they probably don't have a good way of measuring. Otherwise, I don't know how they do it in the factory, but I'm just going to probably be going off these in-mold graphics here. Okay, so we're going to draw out our holes for the rivets. Next, we're going to use some of this Marine Goop here. And I'm going to actually apply it here, just around the base area. Okay. Now that I have a pretty generous amount there on there, I'm going to insert the rod holder. Line it up with the holes that I drilled. Nice stuff about this goop Marine Goop that I had bought, the sealant here. Nice stuff about it is it has a little adhesive properties to it, and so it'll help kind of hold it in place for me. Next, grab out the rivets, put them in the holes here. Now these are the tri-grip rivets, which are really nice. They give a nice hold. Grab my rivet gun, and all rivets have different ends, or all rivet guns, they a lot of times will come with different ends. You need to make sure that you have the correct fitting end here. Make sure that it's well seated on the rivet. Do a couple pops here. There you go. Nice clean pop. Then we'll go to the next one. Another nice clean pop. Okay, and the last one here. And probably the last one here, and it should pop. There we go. And now we have 2 flush mount rod holders in place, and the price was $14 to do this. The tools, to buy the tools, I think this cost me about $15 at Ace, this rivet gun. This Marine Goop here was about $3 to $4. So I think it was at like $3.48 or something for that Marine Goop. You can use any drill, you don't have to use, I mean, I buy Milwaukee because of the 5-year warranty, but any drill, you'll just need the drill bits, which I bought these titanium drill bits at Harbor Freight for $6 as a big pack. And so these drill bits, the one that you're going to use is you're going to use a 3/16 to drill out the holes for the rivets. And that's it. So right there's the finished product of the flush mounts, and I think they look good. I think they look just as good as you would get from the factory. And they're all sealed, so no water is going to be able to get into them. They're at the 30-degree angles, so I can use them possibly for trolling and such. Thanks for watching. Please check out my other videos that I'm going to be uploading, and keep an eye open for them too as well. I have big plans for these 2 kayaks here that you see. I got a tandem Twin Otter Old Town, and I got a Vapor 10 Old Town kayak. I plan on building a sail system for them, as well as outriggers for bow fishing, and I'm sure you'll be seeing a lot more videos here in the future on that. Yeah, just like and subscribe to the channel, and look forward to making you some more videos here on how you can trick out your kayak. So thanks for watching. Have a great day.